In this video, we are going to address the taxes and other unpaid bills.
Donate to the school, brothers and sisters. We got to pay them taxes. Let me tell you how much we owe in taxes since y'all want to be so newsy. We owe $100,000 on the high school. That's what the tax is a year. $100K, and on the small school, $50K. So our tax bill is $150K. Now we exempt beginning this year, but for these first 2 years when we didn't have the tax exemption, we owe them. So we owe $150 last year, $150 this year. That's $300 grand in taxes we got to pay, or they're gonna try to take the school. So we got to pay the taxes, family.
The video we just watched is from April 10th of this year, 2021. So Umar is saying he owes $150K for last year's 2020 property taxes, and he's going to owe $150K for this year, 2021 property taxes. Well, that is not totally correct. Also, there might not be any taxes owed for the 2021 tax year. First, this tax issue is not new. The first property tax that Umar was responsible for on this property was issued on June 23rd of 2019 and was due on September 30th, 2019. If we go to the Newcastle County website and enter the Parcel ID, we see that the 2019 taxes were not paid in full. The principal amount due on the school tax is $20,960.95, and there is a penalty of $3,353.76. If we look at the 2020 taxes, we see nothing was paid. The principal balance for the county taxes is $2,447.22, and the penalty is $342.59. The balance of the school tax is $25,881.14, and the penalty is $3,364.53. If we scroll down and take a look at the date paid, we see two payments were made. One on December 4th of 2019 and the other on February 7th of 2020. These two payments were made after the Newcastle County Collection Department started to contact random people that might be linked to Umar Johnson because their effort to contact him were unsuccessful. I did a video showing the email from the Collection Department. I will put a link to that video in the description. In December of 2019, Umar entered into a payment agreement with Newcastle County to make monthly payments on the taxes. I also did a video on that. The link to that video will also be in the description. An initial payment was made in December of 2019. Then another payment was made in February of 2020. Since that, no additional payment has been made. So no payment has been made in over a year. If we look at the second parcel ID, we see the same thing. The 2019 taxes were not paid in full. The principal balance on the school taxes is $30,872.33. There is a penalty of $4,939.52. If we look at the 2020 taxes, we see nothing was paid. The principal balance of the county taxes is $5,228.79. There is a penalty of $732.05. The principal balance of the school tax is $55,298.19, and a penalty of $7,188.74. We see a payment was made in December of 2019 and one in February of 2020, and no additional payment has been made since. So based on the information on the Newcastle County website, there is a balance owed on the 2019 and the 2020 taxes. There is currently nothing owed on the 2021 taxes. There is probably not going to be a tax bill for 2021, and here is why. In the video I showed at the beginning, Umar Johnson said we are exempt beginning this year. But for those 2 years when we didn't have tax exemption, we owe them. We owe $150 for last year, $150 for this year. That's $300,000 in taxes we gotta pay. Well, that is not 100% correct. We already looked at the taxes that are currently owed, and the taxes owed are for 2019 and 2020. The part about the exemption is correct. If we look at the tax information on the Newcastle County website, we see an additional field has been added, called exemptions. If you look at some of my earlier videos I did on the taxes, this was not listed. For the description, we see charitable and benevolent, and we see the dollar amount that is exempt. If we look at the other parcel ID, we see the same thing. So what Umar Johnson is saying is based on this exemption, he will not have to pay taxes going forward, but he will owe this year's 2021 taxes. I did reach out to Newcastle County and ask about this exemption, and they explained that based on this exemption, the 2021 taxes are exempt, meaning there should not be a tax bill for 2021. He will receive a tax bill, but that will be for the past due amount for 2019 and 2020 taxes. So the only taxes owed are for 2019 and 2020. The tax bills are normally posted this month, so we will have to wait and see. In another video, also from April 14th of 2021 to be specific, Umar Johnson said we have a $300,000 tax bill, and he lists the years 2019 and 2020.
We got a $300,000 tax bill. State of Delaware. 2019, 2020, we are exempt going forward, but we got to knock off this tax bill, brothers and sisters.
If we calculate the current balance owed for the 2019 and the 2020 taxes, the balance is $160,609.81, not $300,000. It's interesting that no payment has been made in over a year on the taxes, because a month ago, June 10th of 2021 to be specific, Umar Johnson said that he was going to make a $50,000 payment on the Newcastle County taxes.
We about to spend a lot of money in one day, brothers and sisters. We're going to drop about $100,000 in one day because we got to pay for the HVAC unit for the Garvey school. That's $50,000. And then we got to put down a $50,000 down payment for the Newcastle County property taxes. So I need y'all to hit that Cash App. We about to spend $100,000 in one day. $50,000 for the HVAC unit, $50,000 down payment for the Newcastle County property tax bill. Hit your Cash App.
But as we saw from the records listed on the Newcastle County website, no payment has been made. So why isn't he paying these bills? Because by him not paying these bills, he has now accrued an additional $18,846.55 in penalties. Based on what he told the IRS on the 9/90/2020 tax form, he has the funds to pay these bills. If we go to the IRS website, enter the EIN number, and look at the 990 tax form that Umar Johnson submitted to the IRS for the 2020 tax year, he is telling the IRS at the beginning of the year 2020, he had $518,048 in cash in a non-interest bearing account. By the way, if you haven't seen the video already by JT the Pocket Watcher, JT is a licensed accountant and financial planner. He did a video going over the 990 that was submitted to the IRS by the FDMG RGB Leadership Academy. I will put a link to that video in the description. So if Umar Johnson has this money based on what he's telling the IRS, why is he not paying these bills? But the tax bill is not the only bills that Umar Johnson owes in regards to this property. If you go to the City of Wilmington website, click General Billing and enter the Parcel ID, click Manage Bills for FDMG, There is currently a $6,656.50 balance that is due. And you can see that most of these bills date back to 2020. The vacant property bill is because the property is on the vacant property list. General billing is because the city had to pay someone to secure the property, then they billed the owner of the property. Then we have the LNI instant ticketing. I did a video showing what these LNI instant tickets are. I will put a link to that video in the description. These instant tickets were initially $50, but since they were not paid, a $50 penalty has been applied. There are also some utility bills that are associated with the water that are also past due. There is one for $4,388.42. And there's another one for $8,610. Based on the information from the city, a 96-hour disconnection notice was mailed out on July 1st of 2021. If we add up the taxes and bills I just covered, the total is $173,608.20. Based on the information Umar Johnson provided to the IRS, he said he has $500,000 in cash. So the question you have to ask yourself is, why is he not paying these bills? Because once again, by him not paying these bills, it's costing him more, or should I say it's costing the donors more. Just in penalties alone for the unpaid taxes is now close to $20,000. Also, let's not forget, the only reason Umar Johnson is in this property tax mess is because when he purchased this property, his non-profit status was revoked. And the reason his non-profit status was revoked is because he didn't file 990s for 3 consecutive years. But I am not surprised by all of this. This seemed to be a typical behavior for Umar Johnson. I did a video a while back titled, Umar Johnson is Financially Irresponsible. One of the things I didn't cover in that video, in 2017, the IRS filed a $42,116.47 tax lien against Umar Johnson for unpaid small business / self-employed taxes. If you go to the Philadelphia court's docket search, you can look this up. There are some other liens. 2 of these liens were satisfied in 2020. The one we are going to look at is this one. We see the status of this case is still active. We know this is the same Umar Johnson because this is the same P.O. box in Philadelphia he was asking people to send donations and resumes to. The amount of the lien was $42,116.47. If we look at the notice of the federal tax lien document, we see it's for small business / self-employed taxes. Then we see the tax period and the balance. We have to keep in mind that when you owe taxes, the IRS does not automatically file a lien if you don't pay. A lien is a result of the IRS contacting you for payment to no avail. Or maybe you had a payment agreement that you did not honor. There is a quote, "The best predictor of future behavior is past behavior." So when you see and hear about all these unpaid bills, the unpaid property taxes, the email from the Newcastle County Collection Department, and shut-off notice, this is not new. This is all indicative of Umar Johnson's past behavior.